Gakuen Alice Nail Art Tutorial by Hot Pink Zebra Polish. Begin by painting your thumb and ring fingernails with a light pink, your middle and pinky nails red, and your pointer nail with a green half-moon manicure. On your thumb and ring fingernail, we will begin by painting the shape of Mikan's face. And I know that it's very hard to see this because we are using a light peach paint on top of that very light pink, but once we outline it, you'll be able to see where her face shape goes. And also don't forget to add ears and her neck. So then, as I mentioned, I'm going to outline this part right now just so that we know where her chin is and everything, so that it just makes it a little less confusing. So with a thin brush and some black paint, start your outlining. And if your lines get a little thick like mine did, you can go through in just a moment and touch them up with some more of your skin tone peach. So now with a kind of a light red or a salmon color, we're just going to be adding her smiling mouth. And then with white, I'm going to be painting her eyes, and I'm just going to go back and forth just to make sure that they look symmetrical from side to side. And now we're going to be using brown and adding her irises and her pupils. And now I'm going to add her pupils and then outline her eyes and her mouth and add her nose. And with her eyes, you're going to only want to outline the top of her eyes and the bottoms and add a couple little eyelashes, but this will make it look like she's wearing eyeliner. Okay, so now we're going to be using the same brown that we used on her eyes, and we're going to be painting her hair. So I'm going to start by painting the section of her hair that's like her bangs, and for this part you're going to want to add some little pieces of hair that go actually over where we painted like the outline of her eye and down over her eye, just a little bit. Okay, and then repeat that on the other side. And then add her pigtails. Okay, so now I'm just going to be adding a reflection in both her eyes with two small white dots. And then I'm going to be adding lowlights in her hair with black. I'm not actually going to be outlining her hair too much, just going to be adding little shadows in it. So I'm just going to be painting some lines going through in the direction of hair growth. And now with white, I'm going to be adding the highlights, and for highlights, you just want to make them right in a little row. That'll make our hair look nice and shiny. And I'm going to be painting two little red bows in her hair by making two dots, and then I'm just going to outline them. And then on your pointer nail, we're going to be painting the white collar section of the school uniform. So start by just painting like an arrow and then adding the two panels of cloth to either side. And I'm using a white striper for doing this, but you could use white acrylic paint or a brush and just normal polish or whatever you have. I just thought a striper might be the easiest for this section. And now I'm going to be adding a detail with black, so I'm just going to add that little stripe down the side. It's hard to see in the video, but that just indicates where the cloth overlaps on the uniform, and then some outlining. So I'm going to start by outlining the half moon, and then outlining those two sections of the collar. Then I'm going to be finishing off our little uniform with a red bow. And then on your middle and pinky nails, we're just going to be starting with yellow, and we're going to be painting a star. And you're going to want to fill in your star solid. And since we're painting yellow on top of red, this may take two coats depending on the quality and the opacity of the yellow paint that you're using. And once you have that nice and opaque, we're going to be painting a red A in the middle of our star. And of course, add a layer of top coat. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like my design. Please share your recreations with me on Facebook and Twitter. I always love to see them. And I will see you in my next video.